June 3rd, Monday, Mark 12, 1-12. Years ago, a young man knelt with his pastor and prayed as he committed his tithe to God. His first week's pay was $10 and the tithe was $1. As he grew older, he became more prosperous and his tithe was $7 a week. Then $10. He moved to another city and soon his tithe was $100 a week. Then $200. He sent his old friend a note, "Come to see me." The pastor arrived at the man's house. They had a good talk about old time. Finally, the man came to his point. "You remember that promise I made years ago to tithe? How can I get released?" "Why do you want to get released?" asked the pastor. "It's like this," replied the man. "When I made the promise, I only had to give $1. But now it is $200. I can't afford to give away money like that." The pastor looked at his friend and said, "I'm afraid you cannot get released from the promise. But there is something we can do. We can kneel here and ask God to shrink up your income so you could afford to give $1. Is that okay with you?" In today's gospel, we have the story of the owner of a vineyard and the tenants. Thinking that all was safe, the owner released his fields to tenant farmers and left on a journey. After several months, the owner sent a servant to obtain the owner's share of the vineyard's profits. However, the tenant severely beat the servant and sent him back to the owner empty-handed. The owner was extremely frustrated and angry. The master sent several other servants, but they were all beaten or killed by the tenants. Eventually, he decided to send his own son to deal with his tenants. His reasoning was that the tenants surely would respect his son. However, they did not. They killed the owner's son. In response to the loss of his beloved son, the father had all of the tenants put to death. The tenants in the gospel reading today refer to the religious leaders such as the scribes and the Pharisees in ancient Israel, who were tasked to take care of the people of God. Yet they did not live up to what was expected of them. On the other hand, the servants refer to the prophets, whom they rejected and even murdered. Of course, Jesus was the Son of God, whom they also rejected and later crucified. This parable of the tenants teaches us that being a messenger of the truth is not easy. Many people are uncomfortable with it. That is why history is filled with the stories of prophets and missionaries who were martyred for their work as messengers of the truth about God and His Son Jesus. Like Jesus and the prophets before Him and the apostles after Him, let us have enough courage to continue building the kingdom of God. Dear friends, we may be criticized, opposed, and even murdered, but let us keep on working in order for the vineyard to keep producing fruits for the glory of God. Wishing you a good day, Father Paul, CSSR from Kerala.